As a little kid living in England, I was very much steeped in the Who and the Kinks and the Yardbirds. So when I came to America, you know, there was this more broader sort of music landscape, but it was primarily just old sort of British rock and roll and some American like the Doors and whatnot. But my grandmother on my mom's side saw that I was so into all this British stuff, and she said, well, you know, that's all great, but it all comes from this. And she played me B.B. King for the first time, and I was like 7. And it really moved me because there was a tone to it and a kind of feel to it that was sort of really gets into your soul kind of thing. And from that point on, I was exposed to a lot of different stuff from Muddy Waters and like Lightning Hopkins and also a lot of R&B that was happening. Even Barry White was in there, and Funkadelic, and fast forward a bunch of years when I go to pick up guitar, the first guys I listened to were pretty much Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix and stuff, and that's all sort of very similar to that stuff was B.B. King, right? So it sort of took everything full circle, and I started listening to Freddie King and Albert King and Muddy Waters and Robert Johnson, and so that was where my guitar style was centered. But at the same time, I loved hard rock bands that were bluesy, so I loved like the Stones, I loved Aerosmith, I loved AC/DC, anything that had that sort of old school bluesy rock and roll thing. So that's where it all comes from.